I'm Sarah Gore, and this is Open House NYC. We are visiting some New York originals this week, and I'm not just talking about the homes. The townhouses, the penthouses, the views, the lively locations, and of course, the memorable design. And we are starting all of that off in Brooklyn with Tyler Whitman.
You have this beautiful wood-burning fireplace that can definitely set a mood for any of the romantic nights, or maybe you're by yourself and that is also okay. You deserve a fire when you buy a $10 million house.
Welcome to Open House NYC, everyone. This week we are highlighting the kinds of homes that can only be found in New York. The jaw-dropping architecture, the views to die for, and of course, the design. So it's fitting that I'm coming to you from this amazing, one-of-a-kind townhouse in the Gramercy section of Manhattan. This stately Parkside mansion was built in the 1850s and features beautifully preserved Gilded Age details throughout. Check out how the stylish renovation blends original charm with vibrant color and dramatic decor every step of the way. And speaking of dramatic, you can see the people who live here. Let me give you 3 clues to the owners of this home: Great Gatsby, Moulin Rouge, and Romeo and Juliet. Baz Luhrmann, Catherine Martin. I mean, you can feel that they've lived here and they've had some parties here. It's moody, it's dramatic, and I love it. And who wouldn't? The first floor features a formal dining area and kitchen with direct access to the garden, while the parlor floor features this show-stopping living room with an ornate fireplace, moldings, and arched windows. All in all, this dream home has 8,500 square feet of living space spread out over 6 floors. Memorabilia, sadly, not included. We are starting things off in Brooklyn with Bravo's $1 Million Listing New York star Tyler Whitman. He shows off one of his newest properties just steps from the promenade. Take a look.
Hey everybody, my name is Tyler Whitman. I'm a real estate agent with Triple Mint in New York City, and today we're in Brooklyn Heights, one of the most stunning historical neighborhoods in the country. Today, I'm showing you this house, 13 Cranberry Street, nearly 200 years old and restored to absolute perfection. Come inside, you gotta see this place. Before I go inside, one of the coolest upgrades of this house is that this stoop and the sidewalk is heated because nobody wants to worry about shoveling snow. All right, so here we are. This home is magnificent, 25 feet wide, and it's 50 feet deep. Opportunity to have 5 or 6 bedrooms, and the house is done spectacularly. It's just a thrilling property. This home has been completely opened up. Just incredible. The historical details are all still intact, so all of the molding you see here is 200 years old, and one of my favorite details is the crown molding, and if you can see, there are pineapples, oranges, and cranberries that have all been carved from nearly 200 years ago because we're on Cranberry Street. So this open modern style of living is easy to divide up because you have tons of seating up here around a working wood-burning fireplace, one of the few working fireplaces in New York City. And then your dining room is here with another wood-burning fireplace. There are 4 working fireplaces in this home, by the way. There is a ton of light coming through these windows. We're uniquely positioned where you're facing nothing but gardens out of the front and the back of the house, creating a great light well and tons of privacy. And then you find yourself in what is truly an incredible kitchen. This was done just a few years ago by the prolific architects Baxton Gui. You have incredible counter space, you have this beautiful island with the gold marble, tons of storage, top of the line appliances. I mean, this is really, really what people are looking for when they're buying luxury homes in New York City. This staircase is completely original from the early 1800s, and this banister in particular has a wax seal on top, and this is where they would have kept the original deed for the home, and you still can. You can melt this down, put the deed inside, and it's a beautiful detail of owning this place. And if you do own this place, come with me, I'll show you where you sleep. Here we are in the principal suite of this home, which currently expands the entire floor of this beautiful, beautiful townhouse. The floors in here were able to be restored. These are the original floors from 1829. You have this beautiful wood-burning fireplace that can definitely set a mood for any of the romantic nights. Or maybe you're by yourself and that is also okay. You deserve a fire when you buy a $10 million house. And this bathroom is to die for. So originally this was an extension off the home, which is why you're able to have a skylight and 2 windows. You have marble counters, you have marble sinks, so you can just chill in here all night if you want to. This is the perfect room to just do your thing. It's huge, it's open, you can create a great theater here because the light isn't gonna bother you as much down here, but you still have this open and airy space. It doesn't feel like a dungeon like so many of the other cellars that I've been to. And there's even room for a gym with a sauna, and that comes with the house, by the way. But I gotta tell you, there's an amenity outside of this place that really fluffs my pillow. I can't show this house without bringing you to one of the best amenities of living in Brooklyn. This is 20 feet from the front door. You're at the Brooklyn Promenade with the best view of the harbor, the Statue of Liberty, Manhattan, the Brooklyn Bridge. This is the life. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you at the next one.
Don't go anywhere because after the break, we are with Leah McSweeney in her very own downtown apartment. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Now we're with TV personality Leah McSweeney, the owner of the fashion label Married to the Mob. She's the author of a new memoir that documents her often raucous, always unpredictable life. We join her for a tour of her brand new apartment in the financial district. See for yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Leah McSweeney. You may recognize me from the Real Housewives of New York City. And most recently, I'm the author of a book called Chaos Theory, which is out right now. Welcome to my happy place, which is my home in Lower Manhattan. My life tends to be a little chaotic, so I really wanted to make sure that my home is very peaceful and light and airy. Come on in. Most recently, I've started cooking, which is kind of shocking to my whole family, but this is the best kitchen for cooking because as I'm cooking, I can see my guests and talk to them. I also love how everything is just clean and hidden. You don't even know where the refrigerator is. There's many things I love about this apartment, but one of them is that the living and dining area is one big open space. At the same time, I wanted to make sure that it felt like 2 different spaces that still flowed into each other. Let me take you there next. Throughout my apartment, you will notice a lot of art with lips or like lip sculptures. I've been collecting them over the years. This I got from Rocher Beaubois. So the nights that I don't cook and I order in and it's just me and my daughter, we tend to sit on the living room floor and eat off the coffee table. But when I have guests, this is where I entertain. Here we are in my living room. The overall vibe, it's airy, it's minimal, but at the same time has pops of color and has personality. I can't deal with the all white, all beige. My favorite color is pink. Once you see my bedroom, you'll understand. But I had to talk myself out of turning the whole apartment pink. So these chairs were actually custom made by a designer named Michael Felix, and they're really comfortable. The couch may look a little uncomfortable, but it is so comfortable, sometimes I fall asleep on it. I love the boucle fabric. I love that it's very low. It's very modern, and it kind of goes with everything. The coffee table is vintage, and I like to mix new furniture with vintage furniture. You'll actually see a circular theme throughout the apartment with the rugs, the round dining table, and the round side table. A lot of people love to have portraits of themselves in their apartment. Usually it's of their faces. I chose to have my butt. I know it's not gonna look like this forever, so I wanted to take advantage of it now. Don't go anywhere, because I have a lot more to show you.
Ah, how cheeky. We have more with Leah coming up, including...
I'm not in a relationship, but I'm maybe going to be in one because I'm keeping these plants alive and thriving.
We'll see you in just a few short minutes. You don't want to fall behind, do you? Welcome back. Now we join Leah McSweeney for even more of her own home, including the bedrooms. Take a look.
I had a feng shui master talk to me about the different corners of my apartment. This is my relationship corner. I'm not in a relationship, but I'm maybe going to be in one because I'm keeping these plants alive and thriving. You'll also see the lips. Again, more of a lip theme. This lamp is made by a furniture designer who was inspired by a beehive, and this is actually hand-blown glass, and each piece is not exactly the same as the other piece, so it's very special. And we have a portrait of my dog Angel that this amazing artist Mary Lou Schempf painted for me. I actually have not one, but 2 Chihuahuas. They are not here today because they are absolute terrors. This is the most special sacred part of my home. This is my altar. And I created this altar while I was grieving my grandmother who passed away a couple years ago. My grandmother loved china and teacups, and I didn't know that about my grandmother. So now I have her teacup here on her altar. This is my daughter Kiki's bedroom. She loves video games. That's why she has her setup over here. She's a gamer. And I will tell you that all this retro stuff is back, like scrunchies, a vintage Coach bag, and a record player. She listens to records. This is a very special record. It is Delight, and Kiki is a nickname for Keir. She was named after Lady Miss Keir, who is just an absolute icon. And surprise, more lips. Welcome to my bedroom where all the sleeping happens. My bedroom is very pink, but not overwhelmingly pink. I chose a lime wash type of paint, which is like a textured paint. The side tables are vintage. The bed is not. My dresser is vintage. The Lips chair, this is from a vintage store in Georgia, and they shipped it on a Greyhound bus to me. I didn't even know you could do that, but you can. By now you know I love plants, I love trees, so I needed this in my bedroom as well. This was my grandmother's that she bought in the 1970s. This was given to me for my birthday by my friend Jordan. It is a replica of me naked throwing tiki torches, which I did on season 12 on Real Housewives of New York. Having a decent sized closet in New York City is no easy feat. Mine is, it's getting there. You know, I wish it was a little bigger, to be honest. My favorite thing in this closet though is my happy place robe. When I come home from a long day, I just, after I take a bath, get in this. Oh my God, yes, I'm already feeling at peace now. Well guys, that's it. That is my home. Thanks so much for visiting my happy place. See you next time.
You can pick up her book, Chaos Theory, in stores now. Coming up after the break, we are inside a penthouse in one of New York's most unique buildings. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now we're in Tribeca at another distinct addition to the New York City skyline, one that's now known as the Jenga Building. We are inside one of the penthouses with architect Dennis Schofield, who created a warm yet unique home against the backdrop of some of the best views of the city you will ever see. Take a look.
Hello, my name is Dennis Schofield. I'm an architect with the firm Boland Swinsky Jackson. Thank you for joining us here at the 56 Leonard building, otherwise known as the Jenga Tower. This building is really well known throughout New York City, and so it's a real honor for us to come into this space and see what we can do to integrate our unique blend of style and design. You come into this living, dining, kitchen area. The space is defined by these floor-to-ceiling window walls that look out towards the river, and these massive concrete columns come through the space. We started to integrate subtle interventions, these softer elements, these material changes. There's so much light that comes into this space. You know, what we're trying to do is find a way to harness and manipulate that light, and the fireplace does that by picking up that light, and as it bends around these half-round oak pieces, the light plays off this differently throughout the course of the day. So when we were selecting the furnishings for the place, we wanted to do something that floated, and that comes across over here to the dining table as well. And when we did this top, we did this white inner layer that reflects the clouds, and it has this lightness as this plane floats in the space. We've reprised this oak and bronze fluted assembly here at the kitchen island. And we're also taking some lessons from the fireplace where we peel the oak away, so we just reveal the bronze, the more durable surface in these high contact areas. It was really important when we finished our work here that everything felt seamless. The new insertions felt like they grew from the existing conditions. And when you step back and you look at the broad picture, everything feels inevitable. We really feel like that's something we've achieved here, and I'm really glad you could join us for a look.
I mean, those views. Was I right or was I right? Coming up just after the break, we've got more views, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back. We are back down in the financial district with former entertainment executive Grace Harry. Grace spent years with some of the biggest names in hip-hop, pop, and R&B. Now she describes herself as a joy strategist. See how that begins at the home she fittingly describes as a playroom. See for yourself.
Hello, I'm Grace Harry, joy strategist, and welcome to my treehouse playhouse in the sky. So joy strategy is about unearthing your pleasure through play. So from the moment you walk in and you see the art, you realize you have to bring your play A game. So come on, play with me. This is the cuddle puddle area of the treehouse in the sky. This is where we sit down and we get to know each other. Feng Shui is a philosophy of setting up a space for your highest potential. This area is the fame area, so that's all about red. And you see that I have a giant citrine crystal over here, which is just soaking in and just leading out into the world that what we're putting into the world is love and just getting back to the juiciness of your birthright of joy. I highlighted and made the design focal point this Uno apple, and then you have this Esther Malongo, who is an incredible South African artist. This is literally where I do take most meetings, so that you just look at her art behind me the whole time. A well-designed home is not just a beautiful home, it's also a home that you're comfortable in. And for me, that's what a well-designed home is all about. So this is a very important part of the space for me. This is my puzzle workshop. This is where I do vision boards. So then we brought the red table to make this space feel open. Having things that feel expansive but still pulled together was important. I've been taking it back to like when life was simple. Limited time, play a game, 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes for yourself, right? Then I got this beautiful trampoline. And so I jump on it in the morning for my 30-minute dance trap party so I can exercise and feel great, go crazy on this thing. And that's what this room's all about. This is the bedroom in the playroom in the sky, and it was important for this room to be, as I said, I love to design every room about feeling. So I wanted to still have our aesthetic, which is bright and colorful, which is not easy to find in bedding. So I took a white traditional duvet cover and shams and did my own purple bleach dye pattern on them to get a little bit more color in here. But then everything else really echoes going in, shutting it down, restoring. This beautiful barnacle planter I brought back from a flea market in California. Black tourmaline removes negative energy, and just bringing everything down to light materials and lighter woods and neutral colors so that we could bring it down to shut-eye. And thank you for coming over and playing with me, and I hope you're inspired now too to live in your creativity and your birthright to joy. So thank you.
I can't believe the show's already over. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, because we're gonna keep giving you these amazing homes.